What is up, everybody? Today I'm very excited. It's finally the day for me to show you my wrestling figure room. I know I've been telling you for the last 6 months that I was going to show you once I had everything set up, but it does take a lot of time because I was in the moving process, so I had to take everything down and put it back up. But I didn't just want to throw things together. I really wanted to make sure I was specific as far as being able to where to put the figures exactly. So I'm finally able to finish that up. So now I want to show you a tour of my figure room. Let's get started. So right as you walk in there, you see the windows. And right to the right side, I do have all these loose figures. These are mostly, I have one set like a Finn Balor, collect him. He's a pretty beast wrestler, so I collected all those Finn Balor ones. And the back I have, I think it came with that kind of the fan central or fan exclusive sign back there. As you all know, I love to take also the signs because you always use them for display. Now at the bottom here, these are all CM Punks. What I've been able to kind of over time picking up. I didn't seek these out individually. Just kind of buy them as a set. It includes some CM Punk here as well. Some are repeats, but overall I think most of them are elites. Got a few basics in there. Then of course, can't forget about the Beast, some John Cena, some AJ Styles. In the bottom here, we have some Messiah, Triple H, actually just one of him. And then we got Broken, Matt Hardy. So I'm still working my way as far as what I want to actually put down the bottom there as well. So that's kind of the corner of my room. When you walk in, this is my setup for my videos. That's the iMac in the middle, 27 inch, and I have two display iMacs. I think those are the Thunderbolts, also 27 inch. So that's where all the video editing. You stand in the middle, looking right on top of it. You have that Michael Jordan, a huge basketball enthusiast. Really enjoy the game. I'm watching the NBA All-Star this weekend, by the way. Shout out if you're watching that. So looking at it on the right side, I do have two displays. The right side for the right and left side, but the right side one is going to be like kind of the rings. So by the way, if you have not seen my review of the Monday Nitro set, check that out. It's going to be in the link. This is an awesome arena. Has all the main players at that time as well. And then this shelf is empty just because I'm trying to figure out what to put there. Let me know. So that's kind of why I also want to put this video. I have some couple empty spaces. Let me know what you would like to see there or what's good ideas to put there, right? And here's my All American Wrestling Association. So these are before any of the WWE came out stuff. Those figures came out. So I was able to pick this up in the lot set and got the ring itself. Got some Ric Flair. And at the bottom here we have a steel cage, WWE. This does come off. Kind of wrestle in there. Awesome, great little figure. From back there, and then the bottom here, we have that WCW, the steel cage. At the bottom here, we have the actual newer retro WWE ring set, right? So that's going to be in the right side. So this is going to be the entrance display stands. So right here we have the Raw is War. Of course, Stone Cold, main player at that time. Then we have my custom WCW. You can see he's kind of falling back to pieces back there. I will need to fix that. But in any case, I think it holds up pretty good. First custom entrance WCW. I think I made that for under $20. And then we have another custom entrance, the Blue Apron. This is more like kind of from the late 80s. So we got Hulk Hogan back there. Actually go through in the crowd. And then we have the Hasbro Blue Apron. We got Undertaker. And then bottom there we've got about random play sets. And they got the NWO, Kevin Nash. And they got Goldberg, Sting. Those are just the tough talkers or tough talking figures that actually work as well. Let's see if I can get them
Goldberg, and I fear no man.
Do also collect other figures. Not as much though, but besides WWE, so we got the Penguin, the Joker, Iron Man, got the Terminator, and got Superman as well on that side. And that's just Shawn Michael. This is actually not the Ultimate Edition. That's kind of the Jakks Pacific. But that's what that Ultimate Edition is going to be based off of. So we'll just have them there. Probably do a review soon. Then on this side of my top of the picture stand, we have the Power Rangers. So we have the Green Ranger, Lord Zed, and the White Ranger. Awesome figures. So now let's continue with the room tour of my wrestling figures. Let's look at the backstage arena. And that's right directly over here. So you can see kind of the layout, and we'll look through each one of the sections here, but you'll see kind of the layout as far as how I have the backstage set up. So let's look at the Performance Center, and this is where everybody's trying to get jacked, eating their vitamins, saying their prayers, right? So it's kind of that backstage section that I have. Of course, this is not all complete. I do want to make this bigger and incorporate some of the older backstage Performance Center where they kind of includes like the bench and all the other stuff, cardio machines. I'm looking for those as well, but I think this is a good start. Let me know if you know who that is. Bobby Lashley, Shinsuke weighing himself, make sure he's making weight. So he's again AJ Styles, the phenomenal one. Got a bunch of weights back there, and right behind it we'll actually have the lobby. And since we got some microphones back there, some microphones, cameras, just to make sure whoever's going back there have they're ready to go, right? Security guards back there. Here's a security guard that you don't want to mess with, right? Because right there's the entrance to the stage. You definitely don't want to make sure that you're not allowed just anybody go back there. So it's kind of the lobby area as well. And that's going. I got this set right here from the pop-up figures. And if we look directly behind that, we have kind of the food eatery place back here, ready to go. Got the fridge, got a soda drink back there. Everything is ready for you. Backstage. So that kind of the backstage area. But if we look up top, well, this is the GM's office. Got two security guards back there as well. Definitely don't want to make sure that nobody's just barging in there talking some serious business. We got Triple H, McMahon with that briefcase. Wonder what he has in mind. Stephanie, they got the monitor back there. Another briefcase. And look at that sign back there. You suck. And then to the right of that, we have the interview section. Mean Gene Okerlund interviewing Razor Ramon, Bret the Hitman Hart. Got a couch back there in case you want to get comfortable. Belt back there for display. So that's kind of the backstage area as well. So now let's move on to the actual arena. So as I said, right there is to the doors. So you go right through those doors and you come out to the other side and you'll end up right there. So this is my arena setup. Again, I got that from Pop-Up Displays. Extra figures that I had laying around, I made those signs, printed them off. Because you all know the best time was the Attitude in the early, and as well as the aggression, right? Ruthless Aggression. Signs were everywhere. So you had to have some signs in there. So we got some great, the figures holding the sign, and we got good old Jim Ross and JR. And then the King back there. The announcer's table. Got his hat. And now let's look at the ring. And so this is that Raw ring scale. This is the one where that Goldberg came. You got somebody who's waiting for a head back there. Probably working on him. Some security guards, William Regal, McMahon, some referees. Earl Hebner. That's a custom, by the way. You know, security guard back there. So that's kind of the arena if you look at it from that side as well. Just the awesome view. Love this arena. The entrance, that's that SmackDown Stage of Rage entrance. So now, next we're going to look at the actual defining moments that I have directly on top of the arena section. And those are all in boxes. If you haven't seen my review on these figures, please make sure you check them out. I don't actually open them. Spoiler alert, right? I don't actually open them. I just talk about individual ones, show you kind of the box and the case and itself as well. These are not meant to be opened. So I got a special protective case on them just to keep the dust out. So that's directly on top of that display with the lighted LED lights. Awesome setup. At least I think so, right? Everybody has their taste, everybody has their opinion, but this is just what I like. This is how I like to display on figures. So next, let's look at the mock collections that I have. So when you walk into my room, the figure room, directly to the right behind the door, these are all my mock collection. I'm working on a way to kind of display all this as well. This is a lot of figures back there as well. As you can see, if we pull one figure, got them kind of stacked up, double, and if you pull well, this figure, you got more figures back there as well. So this is about two deep as far as figure wise, and then double stacked 2 deep right here as well for the figure. So there's a lot of figures in there that I just haven't had room for display, but eventually I'll get some room to display them as well. And then here's kind of my newer figures that came out. I got that Kane. By the way, let me know if you want me to review any of these figures in Boxer. Couple reasons why I haven't just had the time, but also if there's one specifically that you want me to review, take out the box, I'm here for that, right? Here's all the Ultimate Editions. Got that Bret Hart, Ultimate Warrior, Ronda Rousey, Triple H, and then we got Finn Balor, and then we got Shinsuke Nakamura. I'll be picking up the other 2s as well. Then we got The Rock, his debut Survivor Series, Rocky Maivia, Team Extreme, Hardy Boys. This is the Epic Moments. And then we got The Rock back there. Let's see who got down here in the bottom. So this is kind of this is one of my prize collections here. Bret the Hitman. It has to be in protective case. Bret the Hitman Hart. This is an awesome figure. I have him there, and you see all the Hall of Fame. I have him back there. If you have not seen that, please make sure you check that out. I do have a review of all the Hall of Fames that I have. Got this Rey Mysterio, new mock. And they got another Rey Mysterio mock as well. We got a couple actually Rey Mysterios, and that's kind of that's that Hulk Hogan that I recently reviewed. If you haven't seen that, make sure you check them out. And we'll look at the bottom here. Who else do we got? Rey Mysterio, Randy Orton. Those are all the newer series that came out for the most part, anyways. That I haven't got a chance to review. So that's kind of my mock collection of all the figures. I'll step back here so you can take a good look at them. So from top to bottom, I just need some space. Mainly ideas, right? Let me know what ideas you have, or what do you think I should be doing as far as making sure I display each and every one of those figures as well, because it's a shame, right? And I know that, you know, it's a shame to have them back there hidden. I would love to display them. Let them breathe, right? Let them breathe. So next, what we're going to be looking at, and I know what you all been waiting for, is all the display collections that I have on the right side, right here. So let's get started. We'll look at each one of the sections. I'll give you just an overview and a brief section as far as who we have, how I have them set up, and why I have them set up like that. So right off the bat here, as you can see from at the very top, up here, I do have, let me back up a little bit. At the very top, I do have that display as far as kind of ones that I thought were really awesome figures that I wanted to display. In the back, I do have kind of the layout of who they are, but we'll start off with the first one here, Shawn Michaels. In the back, they have that Hall of Fame 4-pack. You got Chris Jericho. That's the Festival of Friendships, Chris Jericho. Then we got Shawn Michaels. Then we got Brock Lesnar, Austin, that Rey Mysterio, awesome figure set. Has that entrance great one. Got that Sting. Defining moment. Got the Rock, Triple H, Finn Balor, the other Triple H, that defining moment. Cena, Kurt Angle. By the way, in the back one here, that's the Undertaker. Evolution of Undertaker. That's that Toys R Us exclusive. I got that right before they closed, actually. They got the ring. We got Evolution of Sting. Kurt Angle right there. Then we got Edge. Recently came back. Orton. Shawn Michaels. Another Triple H. Another Cena. Then we got the camera focus on here. You got CM Punk. They got that 3-pack. The Shield back there. We got that Bash at the Beach. Luger, Macho Man, and Sting. So that's that top display that I have as well. So now moving on down, one level below. This is I'm not gonna tell you actually what this is. I'll leave that for you. If you know what this corporation is, let me know. So in this section we had The Undertaker, Paul Bearer, McMahon, The Rock, Shane. At one point I had Austin back there. Of course I'm missing other members on there as well, which I eventually will get. One way or another, either customs or somebody will come out with them as well. And then here we got kind of the golden era, right? We got the King, Iron Sheik, Ultimate Warrior. We got Bruno Sammartino. We got Hogan. We got Macho Man, Miss Elizabeth. It's a whole lot of figures back there. And then in the next section here we got kind of the same but more old, the same ones, but this they're going to get a little bit older. More into the early 90s. Now again, I'm not going to go through each one of these as well because I have gone through them in my other videos. I'm mainly going to show you my setup, the way I have them displayed. And then we got kind of the tag teams of that era as well. We got the Road Warriors, Demolition, the Rockers back there, the Ultimate Maniacs. And this section here is kind of where they're going solo, slowly into kind of the new generation. We got still Ric Flair, Bret the Hitman, Jake the Snake, Andre back there, your Yokozuna. This is kind of more the new generation now. This is where they started getting into the newer wrestlers, you know, getting rid of the older ones, like Hulk Hogan, Flair, and all them. So we got Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels, Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior, British Bulldog, Triple H is back there. Got King Papa Shango, Honky Tonk Man, $1 Million Man, Doink the Clown, Sid Vicious. You see them all back there. And then on this side here, well, you notice on the left and the right side towards the end, those little corner shelves, those are where I have my all complete sets figure, either all Rey Mysterios, in this case all commissioners. So these are all commissioners at one point or another. So those are all commissioners that I have. Now moving on to the bottom section here. The bottom section of that is we're gonna have Rey Mysterio. All the Rey Mysterios I have. Know some of those repeats. All the Rey Mysterios. Then here we got the Ruthless Aggression. Got that John Cena, Kurt Angle, Goldberg, CM Punk, JBL, Test, John Morrison, Bobby Lashley, Batista. Man, you got so many upgrades back in here. Now moving on up this side. Earlier, Ruthless Aggression, a little bit continuing slash. This side here, this is more the Attitude Era as well. The Rock, Kurt Angle, Mankind, Shamrock, Kane, Kurt Angle, early Matt Hardy, D'Lo Brown, Crime Time, Crash Holly, Bob Holly, Goldust, Edge and Christian. Got all of them. This is kind of the peak of the attitude right here for me. I have the display here. Michaels, Cactus Jack, Triple H, now Triple H. This is that Attitude Era Triple H. And then we got Stone Cold, Ministry of Darkness, Taker, The Rock, Mankind, Shamrock, Sable, Godfather, Dude Love. And then we got Edge and Christian, Hardy Boys, LOD, Dudley Boys, Crime Time. This is Spirit Squad, Too Cool, NWO, Hardy Boys, Road Dogg, Kane, Undertaker. Got all of them. Okay, now we're gonna be the NWO section. NWO. Got all the major players there. All the major players in the NWO. Moving on down, we got DX. On the left side here is all the stables like DX, NWO, WCW, NWO, Wolfpack. Those are all DX. Of course, these are all repeat, right? Then you have the main members. Not like NWO. And then moving on perhaps to one of my favorite sections has to be the Hasbros. So these are all the Hasbros. Some of these are repeats. I know that. You don't have to let me know. All the Hasbro figures. And I have those kind of the newer ones, right? Those are the Target newer ones. The mini ones. And then we got the newer actual retros, which is what these are called. And I added some few accessories on this. This is a tag team Hasbros. On this side we got Kane. This is all Kane figures from Corporate Kane, Unmasked Kane, Masked Kane. All the Kane figures that I have. And right below that I do have the Undertaker. These are all the Undertaker figures that I have. Dead Man, got the regular Undertaker, Debut. All the Undertakers you can think of over time that they came up with. I have them in here. That's my display. Okay, and then to the left of that, this is more kind of the tag teams, current and past. And I say that because obviously they're no longer a tag team, but current tag teams. The Bullet Club, which is AJ Styles. Got the New Day. Got the Bar back there. Goldust and Stardust. The Wyatt family. The Hard got Enzo Amore. This is kind of my divas, right? I know they're lacking. Again, you don't have to let me know in the comment section. I know they're lacking, missing a lot of them as well. Actually, I just recently started building this, my divas section, or wrestling superstars, right? Section up. So Shan Phoenix is missing an arm, by the way. This is more kind of my SmackDown. It's also Macho Man, but my SmackDown, I'm building that up. I know I have some figures I need to review and unbox and add on there. This is my Raw. Then we got, this is kind of my favorite, the ones that I really enjoy, or favorite figures from them as well. Batista, Angle, Hardy, Triple H, McMahon, Jericho. These are kind of my favorite ones as well. Big Show. And now we'll go to the NWO. Red and black. Again, I'm not going to go into much detail of these because I've showed them on my channel. But the NWO. Right below that, we got WCW. Actually, we got two sections. I'll go ahead and show that now. So that's the WCW sections. Any and everybody who wrestled for WCW. And then that section here's kind of my other favorite area as well. The Toy Biz, WCW. These are all Toy Biz, WCW that I have on here. Awesome figures. Got some Dennis Rodman, Buff Bagwell, NWO Hogan, DDP, Nash, Macho Man back there, Luger. And then we're moving on here, same. More Toy Biz, Conan back there. And then the last section there, we got more of the Toy Biz figures. And then in this section here, got an empty space, so I gotta figure out what to put there. So let me know if you want think of something you can put there, because it's right below the Undertaker. And then we'll move actually show you the below one right now. It's gonna be the Hardy Boys collection. These are all the kind of Jack specific Hardy Boys. There's Matt and Jeff Hardy. And then below these got the Bone Crushers. All the Bone Crushers figures back here. Got Owen Hart, The Rock, Nation Domination. This is an awesome time to be a wrestling fan, right? The peak of the Attitude Era. They're coming out with figures left and right. You got DX back there, Kane, Double J, Jeff Jarrett. These are my childhood figures back here. I had many of these growing up, so inevitably something happened, gave them away, they broke. So I had to rebuy them again. So these are not from my childhood, but I had many of these figures as well. So that was my figure room collection. I hope you really enjoyed it. I know I do. This is a beauty to look at. I have it set up how I like. I know there's things missing. So let me know which one's your favorite thing you like or you didn't like, right? I'm always able to change up things, move things around, or just get some ideas. How are you displaying your figures as well? As I said, I got some open spaces here, and the figures I want to display, some are in boxes, some are just haven't been reviewed. So let me know if you have any ideas as far as how you would display them, how you move them around as well. But make sure you check out my other videos if you have not. Make sure you give a like, subscribe. I love comments. I always answer back to them. Any comments, either good or bad, it's always constructive, right? In the figure universe, right? We're all collectors. So let me know which one you like here. Let me know which the mock figures you would like to review. Make sure you check out my other videos. And until next time, everybody.